It also speaks to the limitations of being a girl or a woman in a culture that really tries to put you in a very small box. Girls Will Be Girls is a coming-of-age story about a 16-year-old girl named Meera, and she goes to a very strict boarding school in northern India where, forget dating, but like even talking too much to a boy can get you into trouble.
Be careful with boys. Don't talk to them more than necessary.
And then she falls in love with a new student who's like been to international schools and is a little worldly and begins to experience a sexual awakening. And then this kind of rebellious coming of age is interrupted by her mom, who's like a young mom and who didn't totally get to come of age herself, and begins to live a little vicariously through her daughter and this relationship. Things get weird.
She's trying so hard to be a good mom.
You seem to know a lot about her.
I started to write this film from a place of rebellion and anger because I went to a school where girls were made responsible for everything, shamed for everything. Like if a boy misbehaved, it was like, what did you do? Maybe your skirt is too short, you know?
Uniforms to your knees.
Boys will be boys, so let's just talk to the girls. Obviously, like I wanted to write a story of sexual awakening without this legacy of like shaming, you know, women. And so that was very, very present for me. And of course, and hence the title, Girls Will Be Girls. It's like both like a cheeky, you know, take on Boys Will Be Boys, but it also speaks to the limitations of being a girl or a woman in a culture that really tries to put you in a very small box.
As a student of my school, I pledge to honor.
So Richa Chadha, our Indian producer, and I went to college together, and in a communications program we actually had co-directed a documentary together. And then she went on to become an actor and I wanted to become a filmmaker. So as I was applying to film school, her acting career hadn't yet taken off, and she was telling me all these horror stories about like casting in India and how misogynistic it was. I wrote a short film based on that, applied to film school and moved to the US, and then like 10 years later, I was like, hey, Richa, I'm applying to this film market with this script. I know you want to produce. I'm just going to put your name. You don't have to come. I probably won't get in. And then when I got in, I was like, I got in. You still don't have to come. I'll just say my producer couldn't make it. And she was like, Shuchi, can I just read the script? And she read it and she was like, I love it. I would really like to actually produce it and come with you. And so we got to work together a third time, this time as director and producer.
I love you and I love what this will do for your life. Thank you.
Has there been any audience feedback or reactions that have surprised you?
Actually, a friend of mine who works in tech, is not in film, had come to Sundance, and he came to me and he was like, Shuchi, I want you to know I only watch spy thrillers, and your film made me feel like I was watching a thriller. I love that because I kind of say sometimes that I'm trying to make a drama that feels like a thriller because you're so invested and you care so much that you are on the edge of your seat. And to feel that that had landed with some audience members was pretty amazing.